All right then. So for today, the flow of today is going to go very heavily into the hips. Keep in mind, we're going to take this toward let's see if I can say it. Vinyasa 2, or I'm going to call this a heartless balance because it's a hell of a lot easier to say. So just keep that in mind. A lot of opening through the inner thighs, definitely get the hamstrings quite a bit as well. We are going to be prepped before we go into the pose, but I will go into the demonstration of this to begin. So what's going to happen once we're in the main part of the flow? Every sequence is going to bring you to the front of the mat. And if you're more experienced with this pose, feel free to play around with this however you like. But otherwise, what we're going to set up here is basically this almost all fours position. So you're going to have both hands down, one knee down, and 1 foot forward behind the wrist on the same side. Now to come into this, you're going to lift that front heel, keep the knee high outside your arm, and cueing this is a little bit difficult because it depends on how long your limbs are in relation to your torso. So work this as best you can. Get ready to shift around a little bit. Don't expect to be comfortable, all right? It's not the easiest pose to get into, but it's certainly not impossible. But you're going to have that front knee lifted. And then from here, I want you to think with the arms like you're coming into chaturanga. Shoulders go forward, bend the elbows in toward you, and squeeze the elbows underneath as best you can. You're going to lean away from your front legs. My left leg's forward. I'm going to put my ribs onto my right arm, and then lift the left foot to set. My left leg goes onto my left arm from here. Now, this is the initial setup that you need. You want to get one elbow underneath you, look forward, pull your chest forward, think about having a back bend in your upper back. And if you start coming into here, you're just doing this sort of thing, you're going to do it till the end of time. You can't balance like that. You got to actually shift your weight forward. So pull your chest forward, lean into this to lift your back leg. And then if you want to take it further, you can also extend through the front leg as well. Now, if you've got a great split, this might be a horizontal split. I don't, so this is basically where it goes to, kind of off to the side. So just work things as best you can and see how far you can actually take this. And just work your balance as best you can. Now from here, we'll take it to the vinyasa. So you can just step it back if you like, or you can always just fly it back and see about finding chaturanga with bent arms. But work things as best you can and see how far you want to go with this here. And that's going to be toward the end of the sequence, keep in mind. And one more demonstration, actually. At the beginning of the sequence, we're going to take this into a dancer's bridge. I know a lot of you have seen this before, but it bears repeating. So a little bit different here. You're going to find yourself in low lunge very quickly. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, my left foot's forward. And this basically takes you to a variation of side plank. A little bit different. Now, just like side plank, my right hand's going to be my base. I'm going to roll to the outside edge of my right foot. And the difference here is my left foot's going to come behind my right leg. I'm going to sink this all the way down. Now, from here, with an inhale, you press your hips up high, reach long through your free arm, and just stay lifted. So keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips pressing high. You don't have to balance this like you do in side plank because you got 3 points, 2 feet down, 1 hand down. Keep the base arm strong, press from the shoulder. And then with your free arm, this is where you have the option to do whatever you like. You can take this towards side plank where you basically have one shoulder stacked above the other. If you want to make this more of a back bend, go ahead, open your chest toward the ceiling. Whatever you do, keep your glutes squeezing, keep that lift through the hips. And we're going to hold this for a few breaths each time. Now to bring it back down, you're going to take an inhale with the exhale, just sink straight down. And then my left hand comes forward, left foot comes forward, I'm back in low lunge, and we'll move through the flow from there. So just have that in mind. So let's get this started in a seat. Bring yourself all the way down to Badakanasana. So that's going to be soles, feet together, knees out wide. And just give yourself a moment to set this up. Now bring your hands up off the floor, and if your hips are a little bit tighter, the way mine are, with your knees relatively high up off the floor, I'm going to recommend you slide your feet forward, just make a longer diamond shape with your legs. And you want to be sure your pelvis tilts forward so you can sit upright without a whole lot of effort. And then just bring your hands down to your sides, just lightly here, just to keep your stability. And engage through your core. So pull up through your belly, around the low ribs, keep yourself upright. Reach the top of the head toward the ceiling, bring your chin in just a little bit. Relax your shoulders down. And then just close your eyes. Now just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And start to deepen your breathing here. So the inhale's pulling as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work here to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And then when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. And when you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just take things slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reach this up high. Now the exhale this time, just lean to the right. So right hand to the floor, left arm reaching right. And just stretch this long, gaze up high and breathe here. Keep your knees out wide. With your next inhale, bring it to center, both arms reaching. And with the exhale, lean to your left side. Left hand down, right arm reaching left. Stretch this out long, gaze up high here. With your next inhale, bring it to center, arms up high. Now with the exhale this time, twist to the right. Right hand to the floor behind. Left arm outside your right thigh. Now keep your spine tall. Reach the crown of the head straight up. Look over the right shoulder. Use your left arm, press it to the right leg, and keep your knees wide as you're twisting. With your next inhale, turn to center, arms reach high. And with the exhale, twist left. Left hand to the floor behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. And again, tall spine, reach up to the top of your head. Look back over your left shoulder. Use that right arm, press it to the left leg. Keep breathing here. With your next inhale, turn to center, arms up high. Now with the exhale this time, bring the hands down through center. Reach forward, take hold of your big toes. And go ahead, take this into the fold. You can pull the heels in closer, but try to do this with an extended spine. And I'll turn to the side for a moment to make this more clear. So press your low back forward, keep your core engaged, open up your chest, and then draw the elbows in around your waist. Don't worry about how deep you go, but just work the hinge from the hips, keep your knees out wide, and just hold here for a moment. Now from here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release the grip of your left hand. Bring it to the inside of your left knee. Keep pulling yourself forward with the right arm. Bring that right shoulder down. A little bit of a twist within this fold. And then from here, just take it slow to switch this out. So with your left hand, take hold of the left big toe again. Release the right hand. Right hand to the inside of the right knee. Pull that left shoulder forward and twist your chest open to the right. And then just go ahead and release the left hand. Come back to center, back upright, hands in front of your chest. And we're going to take this side to side, so work this as best you can. You can always bring your hands to the floor if you need to. But go ahead and lean to the right side and lift your left leg. Now keep the knee bent. Pivot from the left hip, bring the shin toward parallel with the floor. You can set your hands down if you need to. Bring that knee back and set the leg down. Now, bring your torso toward upright. Curl the toes of both feet. Try to sink your left sit bone toward the floor best you can. And this is going to feel awkward, and it's supposed to. And then go ahead, lean right. Lift your left leg. Pivot from the hip. Come back to center. I want to take this side to side, so lean to your left side. Right leg lifts. Keep your knee bent. Pivot from the hip. Bring the shin to parallel with the floor, and then bring that leg back. Bring yourself toward upright and try to set that right sit bone down. Curl into the toes of both feet. And then lean left to release this. Lift your right leg. Come back into center. We'll take a couple more rounds. Over to the right side. Lift your left leg. Now take it slow. Pivot from the left hip. Try to bring that knee further back. Set the leg down. Come back toward upright. Kick your feet into the floor. Try to sink that left sit bone down. And then release it. Lean right. Left leg lifts. Bring it back to center. Both feet together. Come over to your left side. Right leg lifts this time. Pivot from the hip. Bring that knee back further. And then set the leg down. And again, kick both feet into the floor. Try to sink that right sit bone down best you can. And then switch it out. Come over to the left side again. Lift the right leg. Bring your feet together. Now over to the right side, and we'll take this a little bit deeper here. Lift your left leg. Now keep the leg lifted. Pivot from the hip. Bring the shin to parallel with the floor. Bring that knee back as far as you can. Just hold for a moment. And then set the leg down. Now as you come upright, right hand comes behind you. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Or inside of the right knee. Maybe the right thigh. There we go. Now keep your spine tall. Reach your crown of the head straight up toward the ceiling. Bring your gaze back over the right shoulder. And curl the toes of both feet, kick your feet into the floor. Now this might be good enough already. Try to sink that left sit bone down. Now if you want to take things further, just pay attention that you don't feel any twinge in either knee. But press into both feet, press into your right hand. Maybe lift your hips up a little bit, and then maybe lower and take this back and forth. And this is going to be an odd sort of way, odd way of engaging the muscles in your hips. Now if this feels like you're getting too much sensation in these, just keep yourself down. Just keep that tension in your feet. And then if you lift it, just set yourself back down. Go ahead, release it. So lean right, lift your left leg, bring that left foot back into center. Take it on the other side. Come over to the left hip. Right leg lifts. Keep the knee bent, keep the leg lifted. Bring the shin toward parallel to the floor. Try to bring that knee back as best you can. Just hold. And then set the leg down, bring yourself toward upright. Now left hand down behind you, right hand to your left knee. Now again, keep your spine long. Bring the gaze back over your left shoulder. And just work this, lengthening out into your twist. Curl the toes of both feet, keep your feet kicking down, and this might be good enough here. Now if you can take it a little bit further, press the left hand and into both feet, and maybe just lift your hips and lower a little bit. And if you're feeling any sort of twinge in the knees, just keep yourself down and just work that tension from the feet themselves. And then if you lift it, go ahead and set yourself back down. Go ahead and lean left. Lift your right leg, come back into center. And once you're back at center with the feet together, take hold of your big toes again. And then pull the heels in close. And this time we're going to take this into balancing into both. So draw the heels in close, start to lean back, open up your chest. Shoulders back, pull your sternum forward, keep your spine nice and long. And just feel out your balance here. And then we're going to move around a little bit. Now I want you to keep this grip and keep your knees out wide. And then just circle the feet over each other and take this back and forth. Now try to keep your balance under control. Keep your upper body in place as is as your legs are moving. And maybe this is easier than it looks, maybe not. And then go ahead, just circle your feet the other way. Knees are still wide, you're still balancing here. And then just come back in the center and bring your feet back together. Now release your grip. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Keep your balance as best you can. Try to keep your torso in place. And then use your hands. Press your knees in toward each other. Now lift your feet as best you can. Maybe if it's with the shins toward parallel with the floor, maybe take this up higher. But then from here, bring your knees out wide, pull the heels in close, and you're back in Badakanasana. Now you can hold the legs if you need to, or just keep your arms at your sides. Now again, bring the knees in. Lift the feet, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. Knees out wide, pull the heels in close. We're still balancing. Back and forth, bring the knees in close. Lift your feet to where you can. Knees out wide, pull the heels in again. And then fold the knees into center. Lift your feet, keep your balance. Knees out wide, pull your heels in close. Couple more rounds. Bring the knees together. Lift your feet to where you can. Knees out wide, pull the heels back in. One more time. Bring your knees together. Lift your feet. Knees out wide, pull the heels back in. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, set your feet down in front and the hands down behind you. And just go ahead and bring your knees from side to side and just loosely twist. And then just bring this into center. We're going to set this up for reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Pardon me. Palms down, fingertips forward if you can. If you need to back off from the wrist, just rotate your fingertips right and left out to the side. But either way, press down to the hands and feet, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's take this up and down. So with the inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips one more time. Hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. You can look forward, you can look up, you can let your head fall back, but keep breathing here and keep lifting. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it all back down. Now once you come down, just take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. When you're ready, cross the ankles, roll forward your hands, find all fours. And once you're in all fours, just take a moment, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side, and just feel things out. Loosen up your spine. And move however you like. You can shake things out a little bit, maybe move into a bit of a twist. But notice where you're loose and where you're tight. And then once you're ready, bring it back into center in all fours. I'm going to take this a little bit further into the wrists. So I want you to slide your hands in, maybe about one hand's length or two hands' lengths in front of your knees, but definitely closer. And then flip your hands over. So it's going to be backs of the hands down, palms facing up, fingertips point towards center, toward the center line. Now, as you flatten your hands, spread your fingers out wide and then slide your hands together so you can interlace your fingers. Now keep the hands flat, fingertips pressing down. Work here to straighten your arms best you can. Now, if you want to go light with the pressure, you can bring the hands right in front of your knees. And if you want more intensity, you can bring the hands further forward. Now, whatever you do here, keep the fingers spread wide, your fingertips still pressing down. Try to straighten your arms as much as you can. Keep your spine lifted, shoulder blades spread apart. And just breathe with us here for a moment. And then we're going to use this shape and take it back and forth. So now I want you to flip your hands over, press your palms down. And then flip them again, palms facing up. And keep switching it out here. Now, if you're getting used to this and you want more intensity, you can always walk the hands further forward. Each time you flip, you can always keep the hands in close and nothing wrong going light. But pay attention to what you're doing. Take it at your own pace, but reset your hands each time. Spread the fingers wide, press your fingertips down. Try to straighten your arms at least briefly as much as possible. Now, the next time you end up with the palms down, just hold that shape. Fingers spread wide, fingertips pressing down. We want to take this side to side. So I want you to lean over to the right as far as you can. Maybe bend into that right elbow a little bit. And then come back up. And then lean over to your left side. Maybe bend that left elbow. And come back up. And just keep taking this side to side. Now, as you're leaning to the right, you're stretching the left arm. And as you lean to the left, you're stretching the right. But just feel it out here. Keep the hands active. Your fingertips pressing down so that the arms and the hands aren't passive at all. And just let that stretch move from the palm through the wrist up into the forearm. And just breathe with this here. Just work it to whatever level of intensity suits you best. And the next time you lean over to the right, just bring this back into center with straight arms. And then switch it out. Flip your hands over. Palms facing up this time, back to the hands down. Still with the interlace. And still with the hands active like this. Fingers spread wide, fingertips pressing down. Straighten your arms as much as you can. And then just take it side to side from here. So bend into both elbows, but sink the right shoulder low. And then come back up to straight arms. Sink down with your left shoulder. And then come back up. And just keep on taking this back and forth and switching things out. Now try to keep a relatively constant level of pressure on your hands as you move. You can go faster, you can go slower, whatever you like. And then just go ahead and give this a couple more rounds. Try to finish lowering your left shoulder before you come back to center with both arms straight. And then just release that. Come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and just take a moment here. Shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers, and loosen up your wrists. When you're ready, come back into all fours. Now, we're sink the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're going to warm things up. So now press in your palms. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Keep your belly pulled in. Tuck the toes of both feet. And then just hover your knees up off the floor, and you're going to feel your core engage right away. There's not much choice. Now just keep your belly pulled in, keep this shape. You can bring your hips up higher if you need to back off a little bit. We're going to take this back and forth to twisting. So once you bring your right knee forward, just touch your left elbow and then step the right foot back. Left knee toward the right elbow and step back. Right knee left again and back. Left knee right and bring it back. Now a little bit different. Right knee to left elbow, stay here for a moment. Now pivot on the left foot, drop the left heel, pull the left elbow toward your belly. You're opening up to the left side. And then turn back to center, back to all fours. And we're going to go like that side to side, right knee to, or left knee to right elbow rather. Now drop the right heel, lift the right hand, right elbow toward your belly, just hold, and then come back to center. And then just keep on moving like this and take it back and forth, side to side. Now you can just keep it simple and keep both hands down, just bringing the knee to the opposite elbow, or work toward that full twist and pivot. Now you can keep it slow if you like, and if you want to pick up the pace, you can take it back and forth. And if you really want to move, you can hop this back and forth so there's only ever one foot on the floor. Now, you're not going to have to do a whole lot of this to warm up, keep in mind. And I recommend you not overthink this, and it's a lot easier that way. So just give this a couple more rounds here. And then try to finish opening your chest to the right side one more time. And then come back to center. Once you're back at center, set your knees down, take a couple breaths. And again here, move around. And then one more thing to warm things up, and this is going to take us close to that hurdler's balance that I showed you at the very beginning, just to feel out the setup here. Now, wrists into the shoulders, knees into the hips, just look down at your hands. Slide your hands a little bit close to your knees, about 1/2 a hand's length. Now, grip the floor with your fingers, and as your fingertips press down, straight arms, lean your shoulders forward as much as you can. Now keep that lean. I want you to think chaturanga here. Shoulders come forward, bend the elbows in toward you, just come halfway down. Pull the right elbow underneath your ribs and lean your weight onto the right arm. Now extend your left leg straight back, reach to the big toe. Put your ribs on the right arm and feel that weight on the right side. Now back and forth here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bring the left knee forward, just touch your left arm. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, bring the left knee forward. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, bring the knee forward again. Inhale the left leg back. And with the exhale, bring the knee forward one more time. Now set that left leg on your left arm. Now put the ribs on the right arm, look forward a little bit. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Maybe lift the right knee and you can start to sink down. We're not going to take this too much further here. Go ahead, bring this back to all fours. You're just feeling things out. I know it's a little bit uncomfortable. Just work it as best you can. Now we're going to take this on the other side. So again, pressing your hands. See if the hands a little bit closer than the usual, all fours. Lean your shoulders forward right away. Look forward. Think chaturanga. Shoulders forward, bend the elbows in toward you. And then shift your weight over to that left arm, ribs to the left arm. Extend the right leg straight back and lean further left. Now just hold this shape here. We'll take it back and forth with the right leg. So take an inhale. With the exhale, pull the right knee forward, touch the right arm. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, bring the knee forward. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to right arm. Now set it down on your right arm. Look forward. Now maybe tuck the toes of the left foot and lift your left knee. And then go ahead, bring yourself back down. That is almost a full pose, but without really trying to balance it here too much. Now let's take a moment here to breathe and move around. And you can always stay here and breathe and take a little break. Maybe take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips. And just find your downward facing dog. Now once you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now press your palms down flat. You want to feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. Now even as your chest sinks down, press your hips up toward the ceiling as high as you can. And let that reach to the hips, straighten and lengthen everything out through the upper body. One long line from the wrist creases through to the hips. Now pulling through the belly, drawing from around the lower ribs, keep some tension in your core. And keep your hips pressing high. If your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, keep it bent in the knees. And you can always just stay loose. You can pedal this out and move your hips from side to side. Now when you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart. Deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. And let your head hang. Let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose. And let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands down. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like. And maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, just keep the bend in the knees to begin, but release any grip that you have. And slowly round this up to standing. So re-stack your spine. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly. And then release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Find your shape here, wristing the shoulders, palms pressed to the floor. Press the floor away from you, press your spine toward the ceiling. And keep your core engaged, hold your hips in line with the shoulders and heels best you can. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down onto your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. We're going to take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, peel up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Just stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And use the muscles along your spine. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms to the floor. We're going to take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet in this position. Keep your legs active, work to lift the knees up from the mat. Kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Pull your hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. And then lift up with your arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Make your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward, keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly in. Bring your hips up high, back to down dog. Now pedal out for a moment here, let your hips move side to side. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high. And then open this to a scorpion dog right away. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left. So let your hips open up, keep the shoulders squared. And keep that right knee bent. We're going to go back and forth from here, so take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale, open up, scorpion dog, right knee bent. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale, open up to scorpion, one more time. Exhale, bring it forward and twist, knee to left elbow. Hold here, stay lifted around your spine. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set that right foot down between your hands, low lunge. Now from low lunge to dancer's bridge, left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot, step the right foot behind your left leg and sink all the way down. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high. Reach for that right arm and stay lifted. Keep your glutes squeezing, let your head fall back, keep the left arm strong. You can stack the right shoulder above the left or open your chest and take it toward more of a back bend, but stay lifted. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just sink straight down. Right hand forward, right foot forward, back to low lunge. And then take it down lower, left knee down, left foot flat behind. We'll take this toward Anjaneyasana. Now sink the hips down, press them forward, and press your torso into the right thigh. Stay low here to start. Look forward. And reach your arms straight back. We're going to open and close this a few times. So with an inhale, open up, reach the arms up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, open this up again. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open up and stay lifted here. Now keep your gaze high, sink the hips down low, feel that length all through the front of the left side. And then bring the elbows out wide, pull the shoulder blades toward each other, open your chest even further. Just breathe with this. Now with your next inhale, look forward, reach straight up. And then with the exhale, hands down inside that right leg. Now I want to take this toward a lizard lunge variation with this pose. So walk that right foot toward the upper right corner of the mat. Right ankle at least a little bit forward to the right knee. Curl the toes of the right foot. Keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge and keep that knee out to the side. Now press into both hands. Keep your hips down low, but tuck the toes of the left foot. Lift your left knee just barely. And then pull your hips forward. Open up your chest. Just breathe into this here for a moment. Now be sure the toes of the right foot stay curled, that right leg stays tense. Take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away, draw the shoulder back so your chest stays open to the right side. And you can stay right here. If you can take this further, we're going to take the hips up and down with the chest open to the right. So with an inhale, just bring the hips straight up. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift this up again. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift your hips one more time. Now with the exhale, come down low and stay low here. Set the left knee on the floor, flatten the left foot behind you, and keep the right shoulder pulled back. Now I want to take this toward a half split variation with this bit of a twist. So set the right foot flat, pull your hips back, and point the toes of the right foot toward the ceiling. Now your chest is open to the right. Bring your belly down to touch your right thigh, the inner right thigh, just a little bit. Right hip back, left hip forward, and this is good enough. Now you can always slide that right foot forward if you want to take it deeper. If you want to sink down lower, you can bring that left forearm to the floor. But keep the right shoulder pulled back, keep that right thigh squeezing in toward your belly, and just breathe with this here. Now I want you to hold on to that half bind. If you took that left arm down low, just come back up onto your left hand. And then when you're ready, bend the right knee, slide the right foot back so it's further back than your left hand is, but the left hand's still on the floor. Right shoulder high, tuck the toes of the left foot. Lift your left knee, and we're going to take this into revolved half moon. Keep the right shoulder high, but look at your left hand. Put the weight to the right foot. And then lift your left leg, extend it straight back, that left foot's off the floor. Look over to the right. Now this is good enough right here. You can stay like this. Now if you want to go further, you can straighten the right leg. Maybe reach the right arm high. And if you want to bind the left leg, go ahead, bend the left knee, reach with your right hand. If you find that grip, kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulder further back and deepen your twist. And just breathe with this here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down, both feet down, forward, fold. Now from that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, slide your right foot back. We're taking a low lunge with your left foot forward. Now look at your low lunge. Make sure your feet are set on two separate tracks, hips width distance, right heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips. With an inhale, just bring your torso all the way upright and find your balance here. Right hip forward, left hip back, bring your spine up tall. Now we're going to take a little sequence here. We're going to take the first round slow, and it'll be breath to movement. Just work this as best you can. So go ahead, reach your arms up high. Now slowly lean this forward, reach your arms back, and you're bringing your upper body in line with that right leg. Now keep your gaze forward. When you're ready, put the weight to left foot. Lift that right foot up off the floor. Now maybe balance this more toward vertical, and you can take this deeper toward more of a parallel version of your warrior three. Just try to keep your hips level. And then just bend the left knee, set the right foot down, and you're still leaning. Now breath to movement. Inhale the arms up high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step back down. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, lean this forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three, and stay here. Hold your balance. Now again, maybe you're more upright, maybe more toward parallel, but keep your lifted body in line. Try to keep the right hip level with the left. Keep your hips squared. And just keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, forward fold, both hands down, both feet down. With an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, slide your left foot back and bring your left knee to the floor. Right foot stays behind the right wrist, and you're in that almost all fours position. We're going to take this to hurdlers. So go ahead, press the palms, lift the right heel. Keep that right knee high outside the upper arm, and look forward. Now think chaturanga with your arms. Shoulders come forward, bend the elbows in toward you, and lower toward halfway down. Get the left elbow underneath your ribs, set your ribs on the left arm. Right leg goes on the right arm, lift the right foot. Now look forward, pull your chest forward, lean forward to lift the left leg. If you want to go further, you can extend the right leg as well. And just take it to where you can. When you're ready, move through your vinyasa. Now once you find your down dog, take a moment, paddle that. And we'll take all that on the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. Now with your left leg lifted, move right into a scorpion dog. Bend your left knee, hang the left foot right. Let your hips open up, but keep the shoulders squared. And again, we're going to keep the knee bent, go back and forth from here. So take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, open to that scorpion dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right elbow. Hold here, stay twisted, stay lifted. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the left foot down between your hands, low lunge. Low lunge to your dancer's bridge, right hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, left foot steps behind your right leg, sink all the way down. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high, reach that left arm. Stay lifted, stay breathing, let your head fall back, maybe stack the shoulders. Maybe open up your chest, keep your glutes squeezing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, just sink this straight down. Left hand comes forward, left foot comes forward, back to low lunge. Now take it down lower, right knee to the floor, right foot flat behind, sink the hips down, press them forward, press your torso down to your left thigh. Look forward, reach your arms straight back, and again, we'll open and close from here. So with the inhale, open up, arms reach high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, open this up again. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open up, stay lifted here. Now let your hips sink down low, keep your gaze up high. Open further. Bring the elbows out wide, pull the shoulder blades toward each other, and just breathe. Now with your next inhale, reach straight up, look forward. And with the exhale, both hands down inside that left leg. Now taking this toward that lizard lunge variation, just stay low. Walk the left foot toward the upper left corner of the mat. Left ankle forward to the left knee at least a little bit. Curl the toes, left foot, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the foot, let the knee go to the side. And then press into your hands, keep your hips low. Tuck the toes to the right foot, hover the right knee, and pull your chest forward. Now from here, take this to that half bind. Right hand's going to be your base, but bring the left arm behind your back, palm face away. Pull the shoulder back so your chest stays open left side. And just look down at the floor, down the length of the right arm. Now to take it further, just bring it up and down. With the inhale, bring your hips up. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, pull your hips up high. Exhale, sink down low. Inhale, come up one more time. Exhale, sink back down. Now stay low here. Set the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you, and then flatten the left foot. Now pull your hips back, keep the left shoulder lifted, and then lift the toes of the left foot up off the floor. Now pull your belly in toward the left thigh, pull the left thigh toward your belly as well, and just feel that stretch on the back of the left leg. Keep the twist, you can just look down. This could be good enough. You can always hold a bend in your left knee. If you want to take it lower, you can bring that right elbow down to the floor. But just breathe here. Left hip back, right hip forward, find that stretch. And this is basically an internally twisted half split. All right, if you took that right elbow down lower, go ahead, come back up onto the hand. Bend back into the left knee, but pull that left foot back, the right hand still forward. Now pressing your left foot, tuck the toes right, lift the right knee. When you're ready, take this into your revolved half moon. Left shoulder stays high. Weight goes to left foot, right foot lifts. Extend your right leg straight back. Now maybe just stay here. You can stay relatively low. Keep that left shoulder high, look left. If you can go further, you can straighten the left leg. Maybe reach your left arm straight up. And if you want to bind the right leg, you can bend the right knee, reach back with your left hand. And if you can find that grip, kick into the hand to let that draw your shoulder further back and deepen your twist. Just breathe with this here. Everybody take an inhale. With the exhale, release this. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now from that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. With the exhale, bring the hands down, slide your left foot back. I got the wrong foot, there we go. And we're gonna take this into low lunge. So right foot forward, left foot back, feet on two separate tracks, hips width distance side to side. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to your hips and bring your torso all the way to upright. Now find your balance, keep your hips squared, left hip forward, right hip back, reach the arms up high. And again, we'll just take that little sequence, we'll take the first round slow. So when you're ready, just lean this forward, reach the arms back, your upper body's in line with that back leg. Keep looking forward. Put the weight to the right foot. Come forward with the left foot lifted. Now maybe your balance is more toward vertical, maybe more toward parallel with the floor, but keep your hips level, keep them square. Now just bend the right knee and set your left foot down. Breath to movement. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three, and stay balanced this time. Again, maybe more upright, maybe more toward parallel, but keep your lifted body in line. Try to keep your hips squared. Take an inhale. Exhale, release, and fold it back down. Now from that forward fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, hands down, slide the right foot back and bring your right knee to the floor. Left foot's behind your left wrist, and we'll take that hurdler's balance again. So lift your left heel, left knee high outside the upper arm. Look forward. Now shoulders forward, bend the elbows in toward you. Come halfway down, put the ribs onto your right arm. And then set your left leg on the left arm, lift the left foot. Now keep looking forward, pull your chest forward, lift the right leg. Maybe extend that left leg to the side. Take it away again. And when we're ready, move through another vinyasa. Now once you find your down dog, we'll take this to half pigeon. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, bring it forward, right knee behind the right wrist. Right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, flatten the left foot behind you, straighten the left leg, pull your left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down. Now look for at least some of that stretch in the outer right hip toward the glutes. And you can keep it upright like this. This might be good enough. Maybe take it deeper into extension toward a back bend if you want to go there. And if you want to relax, you can sink down to the elbows. You can melt this down all the way. Take it to where you need to right now. Now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in towards the center. We're going to take another pose. So lower yourself to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. And we're going to take this into Janu Shasana. So left leg extended, sole the right foot to the inner left thigh as high as you're comfortable with. Give yourself a moment to sit this up, right? And turn toward your left leg. Now with an inhale, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, just fold this halfway down. Release your hands to either side of that left leg. Now bend the left knee if you need to, but press your low back forward, touch your belly to your left thigh. And you can always bring the thigh up to your belly, keep in mind, but find the contact one way or the other. Now, when you can feel that, find your grip. You can hold the shin, the ankle, the foot, whatever suits you best. And then pull your torso forward, pull your chest forward. So keep your torso, press your thigh as much as you can. And relax your left. If you start with the bent left knee, you can start to press that heel forward, but you still have that contact belly against the thigh. Just take it to where you can. There's nothing wrong with the bent knee as long as you can feel the stretch. Keep breathing here. Keep extending your upper body forward. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself upright. Now, keep your legs in this position. We'll take a side bend here. So I want you to turn. Open your chest toward the right knee. Reach the arms wide in line with your left leg. Take an inhale when you're ready. And then with the exhale, left forearm comes down inside your left leg. Sweep the right arm across and reach for your left big toe. Now, if you touch your toe, that's great. And if you don't worry about it. Just keep reaching. Now, you can keep that left leg straight or bend the knee if you need to. But stretch through that right arm. To take it deeper, press your left arm into the left leg. Try to rotate your chest open toward the ceiling as you're stretching through the length of the right side. And just breathe here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself back upright. Go ahead, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, step back to down dog. And then we'll take all that on the other side. Once you're ready here, inhale your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Flatten your right foot, straighten the right leg, pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. And again here, just sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, outer left hip or toward the glutes. Now keep the right hip pulling forward, both hips square, just breathe. Now maybe stay upright like this, maybe go toward the back then if you want to take that deeper. And if you want to sink down and you come to the elbows, you can melt down all the way. Take it to where you need to here. All right, and then here again, if your hands are forward, walk them back into center. Let's take the next pose. Lower yourself to the left hip, swing your right leg forward this time. And find that Janu Shashasana setup again. Right leg extended, left knee bent. Sole the left foot to the inner right thigh, again, just as high as you're comfortable with. And give yourself a moment to sit this upright. Turn toward the right leg. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just fold halfway down, hands on either side of that right leg. Now press your low back forward. Bend the right knee if you need to, but touch the belly to the right thigh one way or the other. And then find your grip. You can hold the shin, the ankle, the foot, whatever suits you best. Now pull your torso forward, pull your chest forward. Try to keep your core engaged as much as you can. Press the low back forward. Keep extending through your spine and tip the pelvis toward the leg. Try to relax the right leg. If you start with a bent knee, maybe press that heel forward, but don't lose the contact, belly against the thigh. Just breathe this. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly just release this. Bring yourself upright. Now keep the legs as they are and turn to your left side. So open your chest toward the left knee. Reach the arms out wide in line with the right leg. Take an inhale. With the exhale, right forearm comes down inside the right leg. Sweep the left arm across and reach for the right big toe. Now if you touch the toe, it's great. If you don't worry about it. You're still reaching. You can always bend that right knee if your right leg's tight. Now keep reaching long through the left arm. Go deeper, pressing the right arm into the right leg. Try to rotate your chest open toward the ceiling. And just breathe with us here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself back upright. And then once you're up, just bring both feet to the floor. And come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, draw your knees in close. Squeeze everything down. we're going to take this to Supta Gomukhasana. So go ahead and release the left foot to the floor. Keep the right knee in your chest and open the right leg to 90 degrees. We'll cross the legs, so bring the left knee in directly behind the right. Now squeeze down and pull your knees into your chest. It's opposite hand to opposite leg. And you can just keep this grip on the knees, and this is good enough. If you want to take it further, work your hands toward your feet. Further still, curl your toes toward your hands, pull your feet down toward the floor and toward your shoulders at the same time. And just take this to where you can. Now, whatever grip you have, as your hands pull down, press back up into your hands at the same time. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, go ahead, release your grip, untangle your legs. And switch this out. Right foot to the floor, left knee to the center of your chest, open your left leg to 90 degrees. Now bring the right knee in directly behind the left and squeeze down. And again, maybe just hold the knees. Now if you want to take it further, work your hands toward your feet. If you're going to take it deep, curl your toes toward your hands, pull your feet toward the floor and toward the shoulders at the same time. Now your knees are still close, you're still trying to flatten your spine. And keep pressing your hands as your hands pull down. Keep breathing with this. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release your grip, untangle the legs. Pull your knees into your chest side by side, squeeze down. And let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of the feet and stack your ankles above your knees. Now pull down on both sides. Try to bring the knees to the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And again, keep the tension working up and down. Try to flatten your spine. Now you can rock this side to side if you want to take it a little bit further. Further still, you can try to extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally from here, take a deep inhale and draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then when you're ready, just start to move again here bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head, just stretch for a breath or so. And then pull it all back in, bring the elbows toward your chest, draw your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Then just ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.